Hello, 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 hello. I'm gonna do a current energy check-in. I did an energy check-in earlier. It's too early to be flubbing. Um, so welcome to Artemis Oracle. My name is Tan, and I'm your reader. And I'm gonna be doing a current energy check-in. So this reading is timeless. Whenever you happen to come across it, it may have happened already, may be happening, or may happen in the future, whenever you happen to come across this reading. So let's see what comes out. And then I'll be asking you to put in your yes or no questions, but that's going to be after I finish this reading, just to make sure I'm good. So I'm going to use, let me see what I'm going to use. Thank you for the like and for the love. I saw the hearts. Thank you. So let's see what you need to know at this time. I'm using the Sassy Spirits Oracle deck. Just because it's spiritual does not mean it's toxic. Hi, Hira. How are you? Hi, Divinity in Motion. I hope you're doing well. Just so I'm giving everyone a chance. Later on, I'm gonna answer yes or no questions, but not right now. First, I want to do a current energy check-in. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. All right, so the first card we have is just because it's spiritual doesn't mean it's not toxic. We're talking about toxic positivity right here. Just because it's spiritual doesn't mean it's not toxic, you know? So we know that there are certain people who pretend to be love and light. They put up this facade, and also it doesn't have to be only that. It could just be like toxic positivity, where people are like, oh, you could be going through a rainstorm and electricity is I can't talk today, lightning strikes you, but you're gonna be okay, it's a sign. No, it's a sign you need to get your ass in the house, so you don't get electrocuted. But it's about being honest, realistic, because sometimes we can be, optimistic about certain things that go on. Like, yes, we could experience challenges and stuff, but that doesn't mean that you have to act like everything is okay when nothing is okay, especially if you're going through something and it's really kicking your ass in some way. It's okay to go through your emotions, feel whatever it is that you're feeling, and not try to bottle it up and pretend that everything is okay. We're given the gift of emotions so that we can experience them, but also we can process them and then grow stronger because of the experience, because life is going to be filled with challenges and obstacles, but it's a matter of your outlook. But it's not about being, not about brushing everything under the rug and acting like everything's going to be okay, but it's about facing the obstacle that is at hand and then trying to find a solution and being optimistic that things will work out, but not like somebody was saying to me earlier, like pretending you don't have problems, when, acting like it's something's going to go away when it's not, you know. But then we have the, you made it, you survived, you're still alive, congratulations, you survived yourself so far. So we have this card. So it's like once you're able to understand that, it's like, yeah, life is going to kick my ass, life is going to, challenge me, it's going to force me to grow, but the thing is, it's supposed to make you better. I can imagine my life or anybody's life going down a certain road and having a lot of obstacle challenges, lessons, good times, bad times, and then not growing from those experiences, but staying the same. It's not supposed to be like that. Life, it's like there's there's a lot of ups and downs. When we have the ups, that's when we need to hold on to those memories, those experiences, those positive experiences when we have our downs, because we know that life isn't a linear experience. You know, the challenges that we overcome make us happy to reach those peaks. And when we do reach those lows, we know that we can overcome those, whatever the issue is at hand, we can overcome it. But then spiritual people can also block people. Some of you may be needing to block people. you know, it's like they think spiritual people are people. Spiritual people have feelings. Spiritual people can be toxic. They can be toxic, because guess what? They're people. Everybody has some level of toxicity in them, and that's when we're low vibrational, I'm not answering yes or no questions yet, Preeti. I'm going to be answering them after I do this reading. But I hope you're doing well. So I know you're a subscriber because I put subscriber mode on. So thank you for subscribing. Yeah, spiritual people can block. But then in the bottom of the deck is, you don't need a nap. I mean, you don't need a sign, you need a nap. Sometimes you can just be tired. This is what this reminds me of, is like sometimes, you could be going through a lot of stuff, but you just keep going to the point where you're depleting and draining yourself. And especially if you're dealing with certain people that are toxic. But it's sometimes the best decision you could ever make. It's like, take a break, take a nap, take some time to yourself. There's nothing wrong with that, especially if you've been giving so much. Okay, what else? Your aura's a little crusty. Oh my gosh, the Ryan Gosling card came out. This is like, sometimes we could deal with people who are a little crusty in their aura, or it could be our aura is a little crusty. If you're not getting the proper sleep, nutrients, self-care, you're not prioritizing yourself in some way, then yeah, you're not going to be putting off the best energy, And if you wonder why toxic or negative things happen, it's because there's some sort of imbalance, but it's like, you have to take care of yourself. Look at he has dark circles. He has a 5 o'clock shadow. He looks like he needs a bath, And then we have, you're not cursed. You just need better time management. So some of you may have a lot of things being thrown at you. And yeah, you've probably overcome them in the past, been able to bounce back. I'm surprised that card hasn't come out. Well, in the other deck, we have the bounce back card. So maybe when I pull that deck out, it'll pop out of the deck. But yeah, some of you may have a lot of responsibilities. You probably are used to multitasking, having a lot of things on your plate. But it's getting to the point where you're like, oh shit, when is this ever going to end? It's like, am I cursed or something? You just need to have better time management, but also you need to be able to discern what are your responsibilities, that are yours you keep, and the ones that aren't you release, you move on from, and if there are other people that you can block that are trying to put certain restrictions on you, or try to give you tasks or responsibilities that are not yours, then please take that off your list. We all have our own lives. We all have our own responsibilities. So yes, we have to take care of ourselves. Your spirit guides are face palming. Look at this one. There may be some people. Yeah, and it's like a lot of things. Look at all these things here, all these tasks, responsibilities, being pulled in multiple directions, feeling like all the burden is on you, and you're like, is this my karma? Like, did I do something wrong? You're like, why are all these expectations put on me? But it's a matter of, no, you have to set boundaries for yourself. Set boundaries for yourself. Okay, now another card that came out is My Trauma, My Healing. Not every shadow work session needs a public announcement. Like, just like every exit, anybody who wants to unsubscribe from a channel, You don't have to announce it. Like someone says, this isn't an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. I had to throw that in there because that happened earlier today, and it was just like that was it's funny. It's funny that I already knew that was gonna happen, but but at least I must be doing something right, setting boundaries for myself. But yeah, not, we could be going through a lot of stuff going on too. Like we could have a lot of responsibilities. We could have a lot of stress, overwhelm. We could be healing through different traumas and wanting to share that. But some things are meant to be kept to ourselves, and other things you have to keep, you can share, because not everybody is going to care. Not everybody's going to understand, and not everyone is going to be compassionate or understanding towards you, And like I said, like what we talked about earlier, you can't vibe your way out of accountability. That toxic positivity is one of those things. Like acting like everything, all you had to do was sage away your problems, wave a crystal wand or selenite wand or whatever to bring whatever it is, bring accountability to something, solve some issue. No, sometimes you have to do the work. You have to put in the effort, you have to put in the time, you have to put in the work. But it's about managing where you putting your energy towards. The responsibilities that are yours alone, no one else's. So it's about setting boundaries too, Look at this. Your ancestors did not survive plagues for you to text your ex. So if some of you have been considering reaching out to an ex, and especially one that is like your kryptonite in some way, the person that you cannot release, the person that was hard to release, you have that entanglement, that what they call it, the quantum entanglement, like your energy is entangled with theirs, but somehow it's hard for you to release them. Your ancestors are like, no, if you block this person, keep them blocked. If this person has been nothing but toxic to you, then you need to know that you left this person for a reason. You no longer engage with this person for a reason, because they probably have caused you a lot of stress, and you were able to free yourself from that situation, probably dealing with them if they are toxic, or need to commit to some spiritual hygiene practice. May have even affected you in some way, some karmic way, so definitely got to set boundaries and stuff. I'm going to pull some more other cards too. I'm going to go into the What's the Gossip deck, see what else comes out. I mean, not everything is going to resonate with everyone, but Suvra, I'm not answering yes or no questions just yet. I see your question there. And so once I get to that, then you could put your question in the chat. So right now I'm doing an energy check-in. All right, so no, I'm not ready for that. Let's see what comes out. Let's see what comes out. Thank you, Suvra. Wow. The Unbreakable card came out. This is something that came out earlier today. Inner toughness, enduring hardship, strength through adversity, nothing can break me. There's nothing wrong with feeling like this, but it gets to the point where you can become cold and isolated, and it's a matter of still holding on to humanity, even when you're going through stressful times, even when you're going through storms and stuff. But the thing is, it's like you still can hold on to your softness in some way, but you also have to have boundaries. You also have to have standards, and not be one that falls or cracks under pressure, other people's pressures, especially when it comes to responsibilities that don't belong to you, deadlines, tasks. Let's see what else comes out. A card flipped. Closure. Some of you may be needing to let go of something, Some of you who have walked away from someone that may be contacted by their ex, it's about not falling under the pressure of this person. You know, if you're able to restrain yourself or refrain yourself from contacting them, from engaging them, and leaving that door closed and freeing yourself, because I mentioned like you're free in some way earlier. I believe I said that, like being free. You know, you closing a door has freed you from whatever stress, anxiety, overwhelm that you may have experienced. So it's like, don't let like yourself fall prey to an ex that may have caused you a lot of trauma, may have caused you to lose yourself in some way. It's holding on and focusing on what matters most and what brings you results, what fulfills you. It doesn't drain you. I don't know, some of you have been in a secret relationship with with anybody, because the side piece card came out too. Secret romance, hidden affairs, being second choice, only late night calls. So some of you may be dealing with somebody that may be trying to reach out to you for booty calls, and that may not resonate with everybody. And bounce back. Look at the bounce back card came out. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say this card was going to come out? Hi, Marcia. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. I'm doing another reading. Right now I'm doing energy check-in. So yeah, some of you have probably closed out a cycle of being a side piece to someone and no longer wanting to or falling for their tricks. You know, they know the way into your they know this is like this person knows how a way to get in, but it's a matter of you standing your ground and not allowing them to come back, especially if they put you in the third party situation, which can be the side piece energy, you know. And sometimes it's not only about that, because sometimes side piece, side piece, yes, that sounds like third party situation, but also if it's a secret romance. So some people, they just have a secret romance where they don't have anything defined, no one knows about the relationship that they have, but it's about you've overcome that and you're no longer wanting to engage with that. Or maybe this is the advice, you know, if you're doing well outside of this situation, you don't want to open the door and end up in this place where you have to find yourself again, where you have to, you know, you're bringing back all the drama, the burdens that situation possibly caused you, you know. Sometimes we deal with people who they bring their energetic baggage and then they throw it on us, and then we end up feeling like we have to save somebody. We're not save a bro foundation, you know, or save a whole foundation. You know, we're not. We can help each other, but not to the point where we're being drained or depleted. You know, self-care is the most important thing. Loving yourself, putting yourself first is the most important thing. You know, making unnecessary sacrifices just to make somebody else happy, it's not a good thing. Because if that person won't do the same for you, then all you're doing is making yourself a sacrificial lamb. Let's see what else. What is this money moves card keep coming out? Okay. Okay, this is weird. We have some money moves, smart decisions, strategic investments, building wealth, making my money work, right? And then we have poker face, hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know. I feel like that's separate, but let's find out so we can get more. So money moves, poker face. Sufra, I'm not answering yet. If you put one more message there, I'm going to block you. I will put you on a timeout. Okay. Ascension. Money moves, smart decisions, strategic investments, building wealth, making my money work, poker face. Hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know, and ascension. Spiritual growth, higher awareness, next level consciousness, elevating myself. Thank you, Hera. Okay. Thank you, Hera. I really appreciate you. Hera, it's okay. They don't have to delete it. That's part of engagement for me. Money moves, smart decisions, strategic investments. Um, Spiritual growth. I feel like some of you maybe, let me see, money moves, poker face, ascension. I feel like if some of you have moved away from this situation, and this prior situation I'm talking about may not um, resonate with everybody, because you know how it is with tarot and oracle card readings. Not everything is going to resonate. Maybe some things will, but other things won't. But if this part does, if you've already moved away from some sort of situation, you block people, you blocked someone specifically, you're moving on, bouncing back, you may be very much focused on your finances, right? You're focused on money. If it ain't got nothing to do with money, then you ain't got nothing to do with it. So because you're looking to level up in some way, you wanted to elevate your life, elevate your lifestyle, your status in some way. So if there is somebody coming back wanting to re-engage you after you've possibly blocked them, maybe they found a way around to try to contact you in some way. You may not be reactive to them at all. You may not even engage them, because it's like you've already outgrown whatever this cycle was, and you're ready for something better. You wanting more, better for yourself. You know, you're no longer wanting to put on a facade, because I saw this card at the bottom. Behind the mask. You're no longer wanting to put a mask on. You know what's so funny? Because we're talking about money moves, ascension, and that card came out too. So look what came out, self-made. Some of you may be focusing on a business, maybe focusing on, like I said, ascension, focusing on you, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, a business, side hustle or some way, or something, right? But then we have false alarm. Yeah, because this card came out yesterday. Like somebody is testing you. Some of you may be getting tested, and this is a divine test, divine timing. So this test is coming at a time where you're possibly very close to achieving something, but it wants to see somebody, the universe, God, angels, spirit, ancestors. They want to see if you're going to sacrifice this because of somebody wanting to come back. Are you gonna fall? Are you gonna crack? Are you gonna like go back to something that wasn't working for you? Are you willing to sacrifice the hard work that you've already put in? Since you may be very close to achieving something. It's like with this test, this is where the ascension is coming from. Are you going to crack? Are you going to break? Or are you going to be resilient? Because this is what it is. This is about resilience in some way. For some people, because poker face is about not showing your true feelings, right? It's also like hiding what your intentions are, also hiding what your plans are, hiding whatever it is you're thinking or feeling. It's like whatever. It's like it's the mask, right? But are you gonna crack? Or this could be somebody else. This may be somebody coming in. It could even be somebody from the past about money. They may be saying something to you like, oh, no, I have an opportunity. I'm just trying to get in touch with you because, I think we could do something together. We could do something, we could make money or whatever. And you're like, this is just a test to see if you will like allow this person in, especially if you know how they work. Can you imagine, someone's lazy, doesn't want to put in the effort. You end up doing everything. And they're like, yeah, let's start a business together. And then you're doing all the work. They're lazy, not doing a damn thing, and reaping the benefits, So that happens sometimes. That happens with people. So if you already know how someone is, and then they try to come to you with some false intentions, not being honest, they have hidden intentions, and that may be involving money, then this may be a test too, to not fall for that. I would say even don't fall for scams that may be happening. Anything that may be happening where you're getting text messages, oh, your account has been hacked. Please, blah, 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 blah. Like click on this link, or you get an email or something. Be very careful, especially around this time. If you're, I don't know how it is in other countries, but in the US, we're currently in tax season. So there's a lot of scams going on. So beware of anything like that. Something that may try to destabilize you in some way, you know? Okay, so that's that. All right, so I'm not ready yet to answer the yes or no because I'm still in this reading. I want to see what else. I want to see what comes out with love. I wish I brought my love oracle deck. You know what? I have this true intentions deck. You know, true intentions. True intentions. Let's see what someone's true intentions are. Okay, so I'm not answering yes or no questions just yet. So when I do, I will let you know. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. I appreciate you stopping by and joining. Yes. Oh, okay. So the first card we have is yelling. I'm mad at you. I'm unhappy and I want you to feel as badly as I do. So some of you may be dealing with somebody who may be upset with you and maybe a bit petty. They may want to make you feel as bad as they are feeling. So they may be doing or saying things to cause some sort of reaction out of you. Some of you may be like this. You're like, I don't think so. You could yell, you could scream, you could bitch, and you could moan, but you ain't getting a reaction out of me. Okay, that may not resonate with everybody. What else? What are the true intentions the collective needs to know of the person they're thinking about? What are the true intentions of the person thinking about? Let's see. Okay. Oh, Lordy Jesus. That one fell. Two of them. Oh, Lord. They're not. These two came out together. Uninterested. I prefer to keep my focus on my life right now. Some of you, this could be yours. You're like, you could do whatever, you can feel whatever you want because I'm focusing on myself. And that may be bad news to this person. Or some of you may be interested in somebody. And it says, the bad news may be that they're not interested in you, which sucks. But you know what? I will tell you this much. It's better to know that someone's not interested in you, so you don't have to be fantasizing about somebody that doesn't even want you, because that's a waste of time. You don't want to be like, oh my God, Jonathan, I love Jonathan so much. You know, I'm so interested in Jonathan. And Jonathan is like, I'm not interested in you. Bad news, honey, I'm not interested in you. So it's good to know that, you know, it may suck to hear that Jonathan may not be interested in you. And I don't know why I said Jonathan. That may be somebody's name. But it's better to know Jonathan's not into you, because then you can meet somebody who will be into you. But it says, I prefer to keep my focus on my life right now. And bad news says, unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. That could be that I'm not interested in you. But like I said, this could be you telling them, like, I'm sorry, you know, I'm not interested. All right, let's see what else comes out. I'm glad I'm entertaining you here. I don't know where Jonathan came from. Somebody's dealing with a Jonathan. Let's see what else comes out. What are the true intentions of the collective? The person they're thinking about. I'm not pretty. I just said, well, I'm not answering yes or no questions just yet. You have to wait. Not yet, honey. And I'm sorry to be like this, but you know. Okay, let's see. Any other true intentions the collective needs to know of the person they're thinking about? Remember, please take the messages as they resonate. Yes. later. Okay. Anything else? Anything? Okay. Positive. My intentions are pure and I only want to improve your life. So some of you may be dealing with someone who has really good intentions. They don't want to cause any stress. They don't want to cause any anxiety. They may be even wanting to express to you their intentions. If this is someone that may be new to you, that you don't really know, or someone new to you that you may have been dealing with, but you're not really sure about, but you don't get negative vibes, because if you know, we will know. We will know. We will get the ick from someone. I have to get this off my chest. Somebody may be wanting to express to you how they feel about you, and how they want to show up in your life. Some people, they have good intentions, and it could be, if it's not that, it could be this too, like a reconnection at the bottom. I know it's been a while, but I miss you being in my life, so we got like a mixed bag here, right? We have this positive, like someone wanting to express, maybe they've been holding back expressing to you that they want to reconnect, and that they only want to bring positivity into your life. They don't want to be causing you anxiety, bringing their baggage, anything like that. But then you could be dealing with somebody that you may not even be interested in at all. That if they want to reconnect, you may let them know that you're not interested in them at all, And if this could possibly be the yelling person, the one that may be petty. Some of you may be dealing with someone who is petty, and you kind of got turned off. You're like done with that. You no longer resonate with that. You've already closed the door and you moved on, and you're no longer giving them any of your energy, your time or energy. So it could be something like that too. So that was a mixed bag right there. So I like that, because not everybody's situation is good and not everybody's situation is bad, So it's like somebody could resonate with this message in one way or another. Okay. Let me see. Let me see what time it is. Okay. I'm gonna start answering yes or no questions, but right now it's gonna be one question per person. Okay, so you can ask your yes or no question right now. So I know Suvra, I don't know if Suvra's still here. You wanna let me know what your question is, Suvra? So just so everybody knows, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. And I'm an oracle and tarot card reader. I just finished the energy check-in, and now we're getting into the yes or no and 3333 on my end. Okay, so let's see. Hera, do you have a question? Because you know what, I could scroll back up and do Suvra's, because their question was all the way at the top, so that shouldn't be too much. Okay, Suvra, we're gonna see. Suvra, you always ask the same question. Okay, so it's always asking about Lippy. Hi Vivi, how are you? So I'm gonna go into Preeti's question. Let me see, because Suvra's question isn't a yes or no unless they rephrased it. Let's see. Suvra, yesterday she contacted me. He wants to know her feelings, but the thing is, that's not a yes or no question. So I need a specific question. Now Preeti's question, let me see. Does Piyush? Okay, Preeti, are you still there? Does Piyush miss Preeti? I'm only answering yes or no questions. So, Quinn, hi Quinn. You have to ask a yes or no question because that's not a yes or no question. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. You did. Okay. I read that wrong, Quinn. Sorry. All right. I'm going to read Preeti's question. Okay. Does Piyush miss Preeti? Does Piyush miss Preeti? I'm going to say, Preeti, I'm going to say no. Because I feel like he's focusing, I think he's more focused on something else. He's looking to the future. He's thinking about what he wants to do, what his plans are. But when I look at the bottom of the deck as a Wheel of Fortune, I feel like there's some sort of change that has happened in his life where he's now focused on the future, thinking about what he wants to do moving forward. So it's looking like a no, Preeti. I'm sorry, Preeti. Okay, I'm gonna go into Gwen's question, then Hera's. Hi, Vivi. How are you? Okay. Okay, let's see Gwen's. Should Gwen reach out to him after no contact? Reach out to the person after no contact. It's looking like a no. And Two of Cups, if this would have came out in the upright, it would have been like a resounding yes. But it's looking like a no, Quinn. It's looking like a no. And I don't know when this usually comes out for me, it's if you feel inclined to reach out to him, is it because you need to apologize for something? Or you're feeling his energy pull on yours, because that I could totally understand, you know? So if it's that, I mean, I would say it's a no. And I think it might be because he needs to reach out to you, you know? But in a worst case scenario is, I don't know if he's dealing with someone else, and that's why you shouldn't reach out to him, because he might be in a relationship. He might be in another partnership. He may be talking to somebody else. So maybe like it's not a good idea for you to reach out to him. But if that's not the case, and you're feeling like if you haven't been thinking about this person for some time, I don't know how long the no contact has been, but if you've been thinking about them for some time, or you haven't been thinking about them for some time and they've come into your mind, it might be because they're starting to think about you. And if they're starting to think about you and you're considering reaching out to them, no, let them reach out to you. I hope that helps. Look, and the Fool card is in the reverse. Is another no. No, let him come to you. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, here for Zayn, right? Oh, yeah, thank you for letting me know, Quinn. I hope everything works out the way it should, the way you need it to. Because sometimes we have in our mind what we think we want, but sometimes something better could come along. And it could be that person coming back with their tail between their legs, if that's what it is. But you don't want to put yourself out there and end up looking like a fool too, you know? Okay, so Zayn, all right. Does Zayn have positive feelings regarding his conversation with Hera? Is that a good way to put it, Hera? Let me know if that's the way I said it. Does Zayn have positive feelings about Hera after conversation? Okay. Positive feelings once we have the conversation. And this is a good yes. Because it's like there may be some sort of resolution and you may be moving forward towards a new beginning, something new starting, like a restart, a refresh, you know? So this is looking very positive, Hera. I hope this helps you, Hera. Yeah. Hey, Shantae, welcome back, lovely. Oh, I heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. Um, was there an earthquake in Louisiana? I heard somebody mention that. So I hope everything's okay with you, Shantae. Okay, perfect, perfect. I'm glad that it wasn't near you. Okay, I'm glad you're okay, that you weren't affected. Yes, I was watching a tarot reader and she said she got a notification that there was an earthquake in Louisiana. Oh my God, imagine I'm listening and then there was no earthquake and then I look like an idiot right now. You know, and then let me be a cautionary tale of don't listen to what other people say. If you hear something, sometimes you got to look it up yourself. So let me go look it up myself right now. Okay, yesterday at 6:30 in Cushata, Louisiana, there was an earthquake, a 4.9 magnitude earthquake. It looks like it was close to Texas, near Texas. Wow. Okay, I'm glad you weren't affected. Oh, you're very welcome. You know what I like about some men? And I'm just saying this because some guys, when you ask questions and the way they get, that's okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, you didn't know, Shantae? Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't watch the news and I probably sound like a horrible person because I don't, but the thing is I I could sense when things are happening. And sometimes when I'm doing readings, things come out and then later on I find out it was already in the news. And I'm like, what the hell? I don't watch the news and I'm still somehow I'm in the know. And my son, he watches the news, he watches commentary channels, so he keeps me updated because sometimes I'm like, I don't want to know anything more about e-files or PDF or anything. I'm like, I already know. Like well, they're not gonna tell us anything that we don't already know. We know all that already. It's horrible that all that stuff is going on. You know, I don't want to be talking about my personal life, but the impact that it has on the victims is tremendous. It's a tremendous, negatively tremendous impact that it has, and it impacts them in a lot of areas of life. You know, so I'm sending out like love and prayers to anyone who needs it right now. And hopefully there weren't any casualties. Like just a lot of stuff going on right now. But what I wanted to say, sorry, I went off on a tangent. Okay, so I don't feel bad. I don't feel so bad. But you know, it was funny. A reader, she was in the middle of reading a tarot, reading cards. And she said, "Oh, I just got a notification about that." And that's when I found out. But now I know for sure too. So what I wanted to say to Hera was that when you ask guys questions, the way they act says a lot. Like if they don't want to, like, yeah, 4.44, yeah. Um, wow. And the funny thing is, this morning I saw that number on a license plate, and I had to look it up because last night I was feeling so weird. And now I know, I think I know where the energy was coming from, but that energy has now left the building. But when guys get defensive about when you ask questions, that says a lot. You know, it's like, why are you getting defensive? I know sometimes we could be like interrogators and we could ask questions in a way that makes them put their guard up. But then the guys that are very open and they don't get offended at all, those are the guys that it's like green flag. They're green flags. When a person, but I know it also depends on the way you ask the question. You say you were sarcastic, but if you ain't got nothing to hide, why are you going to get offended? Why are you going to feel, oh, my son, oh my gosh, he is going to be 21. He's going to be 21 years old. That's my Aries son. Does anybody have a yes or no question that they would like me to answer? Or should I do another reading? I wish I brought love cards. Could have done like a specific love reading. I mean, I could do a what's the gossip. Okay. Hi, Sammy. How are you? I was about to pull out. I'm about to do an oracle reading, but I could still do an oracle reading. Okay, let's see for Sammy. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you're doing well. So you want to know if you will get married. I feel like that's a wasted question. I feel like you can ask something else. And the reason why I say that is because getting married is a choice. Do you want to get married? Are you in a relationship? You know? So that's a very broad question. I'll answer it for you. But in my human mind, I'm going to like, yeah, 21. It's 21. Okay, let's answer Sammy's question. How am I going to judge you, Sammy? I should ask that question for myself too. Am I going to get married again? Oh, I'm in my 40s. Yeah. Let's answer it. Let's answer it, Sammy. If anybody else has another question, they can ask. I don't mind. Just one more, because I want to see more people come in too. So Sammy, will Sammy get married? Will Sammy get married? Do you want to make your question more specific, Sammy? I'm not judging you. You know what, Sammy, let me know if you want the other question you want to ask, or if you want to make it more specific. And I'm going to ask him, am I going to get married? I think that'll be fun to ask. Will Artemis Oracle get married? Will Artemis... I said no. Right now, no. It's not. It's a no for me. Artemis Oracle isn't getting married. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll answer your question after I answer Sammy's, okay? Okay. Will Sammy find love this year? Will Sammy find love this year? That card flipped and I looked. Sammy, it's looking like a no. And it's funny because the Hermit card is here too. So it's saying no, no. Are you putting yourself out there? Because if you're home and you're not going out, you're not interacting with other people, that might be the reason why it's a no. So we're still in the beginning of the year. We're not even a quarter through the year. So anything is possible, but right now it's looking like a no, because you might need to put yourself out there. You may need to put yourself out there to meet someone. I hope that answers your question. Okay, I didn't answer Vivi's. Okay, I'm going to answer Hera's because, sorry, Vivi, I forgot about your question. Okay, and then I'll answer yours. I wish I was 30, Marcia. I wish. I wish. Also, this filter makes me look younger too. It makes my skin look beautiful and flawless. You know? Okay, the Stavros. Wait, I'm gonna answer Hera's question. All right. Hera. Okay. Hera. Will Zayn ever propose to Hera? Will Zayn ever propose to Hera? It's looking like a no. But remember, like when I'm reading the current energy, so it's a no for right now. But I also looked at the bottom of the deck and we have the death card. I don't know if there's something that, yeah, there's something that you need to move past in order for this to change the upright. But as long as whatever is going on that's kept you stuck, something that hasn't ended, as long as this issue exists, then this is impossible. So it's looking like a no for right now. Okay, Hera? It's like something needs to end. It's okay. Now Vivi's question. I hope that helps, Hera. The Stavros. Wait. Will Stavros ever tell Vivi his feelings? Will Stavros tell Vivi his feelings? Will Stavros tell Vivi his feelings? Will Stavros tell Vivi his feelings soon? I will tell Vivi his feelings about her soon. It's looking like a no. And this is the blocked card. He may be blocking his feelings. He may not be allowing himself to feel it, or he's blocking them in some way, because you see how the swords, and like one person, a reader says, like one is the lies we tell ourselves and one is the truth, you know? So there's some sort of blockage. I don't know if he has a blockage in his heart chakra, or he's just not allowing himself to feel anything at all. So with him being in this place where it's like he's stuck in his head, he may be thinking, and not doing anything. It's looking like a no for now, Vivi. That he won't be telling you his feelings soon. Like all these cards been coming out. No, I mean, like somebody got a nice yes earlier with the pentacles. So hi Kamal, I hope you're doing well. So you want to know about your love life. Is your relationship going to, you want to know if it's my relationship. So you want to know if your relationship is going to improve in the future? Can you let me know if that question's okay? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, let's see. Is Kamal's? Let me look at your question again. Is Kamal's relationship going to improve in the future? Is Kamal's relationship going to improve in the future? Is Kamal's relationship going to improve in the future? I don't know. Like it came out as no. It came out as no, Kamal. I don't know if this has to do anything with jealousy, because the Queen of Wands in reverse is a jealous queen. So then I don't know if you're jealous, like you're a jealous lady. You know, it's okay. We're friends here, or it could be they're jealous. They can be jealous, and that could be what's getting in the way of your relationship. So for right now, it seems like it's a no because of jealousy. I'm getting this has to do with jealousy. I'm sorry, Kamal, but this is the energy for right now. Things can change, but it's looking like a no with the Queen of Wands in reverse. And it has to do with something about jealousy. Hi, Farheen. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, you already know what to do here. If you already have your mind set on the future and it doesn't involve Zayn, then you already know where your heart is leading you. As much as we can love somebody, if they're not right for us, we shouldn't try to force something, I mean, and things can change. Sometimes you can move on, and then whatever happened, it could be healed on its own when you're separate from each other, and then you might come back together. Or sometimes you just meant, like, whatever happened, it was meant to happen so that you can learn, grow, and do better in the future with the people that you're meant to be with. I hope that helps. No, could it be them? Oh. I said that it could either be you that's jealous or they're jealous. Sometimes women, we could be jealous, and it's normal, especially if we don't want to lose the person that we love. But men get jealous too. And Noreen, I'm only answering yes or no questions. Right now, I'm only answering one because for now, and then once I finish the questions that are here, then I'll allow you can ask another question. Okay, let's see. All right, Farheen's question. Will Farheen be selected in RRB? Hi, Farheen. Thank you for being patient. Will Farheen be selected for RRB? Let's see. I'm going to reset the cards after this. Will Farheen be selected for RRB? Will Farheen be selected in RRB? Will Farheen be selected for RRB? Will Farheen be selected? Will Farheen be selected in RRB? A lot of no's are coming out, so I'm going to reset this deck. Right now, it's a no, and I don't know if it's very competitive to get into RRB. Is that a college or a program? But it seems like there's a lot of competition, a lot of competition. Right now, it's looking like a no. Because there may be a lot of other people that wanted to get in, and some other people may stand out more. And I don't know what RRB is. I don't know if that's a college. I don't know if that's a program. But it's looking like a no because there's a lot of competition. And there may be people who have more experience or more, who stand out more, who have more credentials or just look good on paper. So it's looking like a no, Farheen. So I'm going to reset the deck because I'm noticing that a lot of stuff is coming out as no. We got a lot of no's coming out. So I'm going to reset the deck right now. So give me a moment. Okay, let's see. Hi, Noreen. Did you put in a yes or no question yet? Is there something specific that you want to know? Okay. Okay. I wonder where Alpha is. I hope he's okay. And Lillian, I hope Lillian's okay. Okay, Noreen, I see your question. So I'm resetting the deck because okay, Ali Asgard and Lorraine. I'm making a lot of noise. Okay. What Ali and Lorraine reunite in the future? It looks like a yes. And this is a future card. This is someone who is waiting right now, waiting for they call it the waiting for the ships to come in, waiting for communication, waiting for a package, waiting for something, waiting for a sign. But this is looking like a yes for you, Noreen, that you and Ali will be reuniting in the future. I hope that helps. Okay, Kamal, let me see what you wrote. Okay. All right. So we're going to re-ask Kamal's question. Is Kamal and her boyfriend's future good? Will Kamal and her boyfriend have a good future? Will Kamal and her boyfriend have a good future? Will Kamal and her boyfriend have a good future? Kamal and her boyfriend have a good future? You're saying that their brother jealous? You know, sometimes people can interfere with the relationship. So that could be why, because it came out no again. I don't know if your relationship doesn't do well in the future is because of jealousy. And it's look at this fire. This is Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands came out in reverse. So it might be because someone is interfering with your relationship. That's why it's not good. And you're saying that his brother is? It could be that. Hi, Luke. How are you? Yes, that's going to interfere with your relationship. And you saw the Knight of Wands there's a guy in the car. So he might interfere. I don't know if he's saying bad things or anything because he's jealous, but yeah, his brother needs some help. I would say be careful. Be careful. Come on. Okay? Because I think that's the reason why you and your boyfriend may not have a good future, because of his brother's jealousy. He might cause problems, interfere with your relationship. cause stress, and that depend on how strong your relationship is with your boyfriend, the jealousy can affect it. Hi Noreen, I read your question. I read for your question already. Does anybody have a question? Okay, I know somebody asked a question again. Let me see. Oh, Jessica. Hi Jessica, how are you? I hope everything's going good for you. Okay, Jessica. Should Jessica put herself out there? So Jessica, because I remember you want to know if you, from what I remember, all right, and you can let me know, Jessica, if I'm wrong, and we could rephrase the question. Well, this question is what I'm thinking. Should Jessica put herself out there to meet someone new? Or the question, should Jessica focus more on her family? Which one do you want to ask, Jessica? Or you could put in another question. Inshallah. Okay, let's find out what is her feelings towards Luke. What is Luke's person's feelings for him? Oh, no. I can't answer that. It has to be yes or no. So Luke, you can ask, does she have feelings for me? Does she want to be in a relationship with me? Does she like me? Does she love me? Something very specific, yes or no question. Hi, Abrir. Hi, Abrir. How are you? Okay. Does Luke's person love him? Right now, it's looking like a no. And we have the Temperance in reverse. I don't know if there's something going on with her where she doesn't feel like she's balanced, or she's currently healing from something, or it could be you, but it's coming out as a no. And Temperance card is about healing. It's about reconciliation. It could be about moderation. If someone is overdoing something, like they're doing something too much. So it seems like there seems to be like an imbalance right now. And that's why the answer is no. So either someone's going through something where they're not feeling balanced, where they're not stable emotionally or mentally, or they're not feeling grounded, or they're in the process of healing from something. So the answer right now is no. And I looked at the bottom and it's also a no with the moon. I hope that helps, Luke. That's not a yes or no question, Abir. A yes or no question would be like, does a DT have any future? Is a DT planning anything for the future with Abir? Or is a DT planning a future with Abir? Something like that. Jessica, are you still here? Okay. Kamal, that's not a yes or no question. You could put a specific time frame, like, will I have my own business this year? Will I have my own business next year? Will I have my own business in 3 months or the end of the year? Something specific. It has to be more specific than that. Okay. Abir, you're not listening to me. You have to ask is a yes or no question. That's not a yes or no question. A yes or no question would be, okay, come on. Pick a year, this year or next year, pick one. Be very specific. It helps when you're very specific, especially about time frames. I did a live earlier today and I was talking about how I was doing the cards for myself and okay. No, oh my God, you have to be specific. If you want a specific answer, then you have to ask a specific question. Will Kamal have her own business next year? Now we're going to ask, will you have your own business this year? Because you got a no for next year. We have a no for next year. So we'll come out have a business this year. I have 3 of Cups for this year. So you got a yes for this year. So if there's something that you're wanting to do, get started with it now, because this might be the right time for you to do it. Because I feel like if you would wait till next year to get started, that might cause a lot of delays. You may face a lot of obstacles, challenges. It may be very difficult. But I feel like this year will be a better year for you to get started on your business. Put in the effort, put in the work. If you have to do networking, do that. Like meet up with people that have the same interests as you. And maybe you have to work with other people too. It could be like a business with other people. I don't know if it's a business that has to do with women, where you're giving, it could be beauty or advice or lifestyle. It could be something like that. But if it may involve other women, so yes, this year will be the best year for you to start that. Because if you wait till next year might not be a good year for you to do it. Okay, I hope that helps. Okay, now Jessica's question. Because I was waiting for Jessica to get back to me. Okay, let's see. Should Jessica put herself out there to meet someone? It's saying right now is not the right time. There's certain things that needs to change. And from what I remember, and I'm not going to say what it is, I feel like that you need to focus more on your family right now. Stabilizing your family, taking care of your family. And once everything is working out, everything is moving smoothly, and when those necessary changes are made, then that's when you can move forward and opening yourself up to meeting someone new. I am Jessica. I just did your reading. You got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's no, it's not the right time for you to open yourself up to meet someone new. Right now, you have to focus on your family. Focus on yourself and your healing. Okay? You're welcome, Kamal. I hope everything works out for you. Okay, let me see. Who else? Yes. I'm wishing you luck, Luke. Okay, I'm waiting for Bear to give me confirm their question. Let's see. Oh, perfect. Good for you. I hope everything works out with both of you. Okay, Zoya, hold on a moment. I just got to make sure I don't miss anybody that was here before you. Abira, can you rephrase your question so that I can answer it for you? And then I'm going to go into Zoya. Hi, Zoya. Okay. Or Irfan Hussein, contact Zoya. Let me shuffle that again. And then, hi, HGTM 2.0. Hope you're doing well. Okay, Irfan, contact Zoya. Okay, got a card that flipped. It's looking like a yes. It's looking like a yes for you. Zoya, he's gonna be reaching out to you. He will be contacting you. So all you have to do, Zoya, is sit pretty. Sit pretty, just like her. Sit pretty, you know? Take care of yourself. Do what you have to do. Don't be waiting. Don't be waiting. Keep living your life. Keep doing you, taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, doing the things that you enjoy. But yes, he's gonna be contacting you. I hope that helps you, Zoya. Okay, now let's get to HGTMs. Has HGTM met their soulmate already? 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 It's looking like a no. You haven't met them yet. Yeah, it's looking like you haven't met your soulmate yet. I don't know. Like, I see the world card in the bottom. I feel like you might meet them if you're traveling or they're traveling. But you haven't met them yet. If you're planning to travel, you might meet them. If not, they may be traveling and that's when you meet them. So I hope that helps you, HGTM. Okay, let me go to the bottom. The card that came out was the Queen of Cups. Which is the Queen of Love. She's the Queen of Love. Yes, sit pretty. You're welcome, Zoya. You're welcome, HTTM. Are you and Richard still together? Because I can't answer questions about someone who's not here. Hi, PJ. I can't answer questions about Richard because... Okay, but... Can you ask a question that's specific to you? Because Richard's not here. Like, I know I've read for you before, but I don't remember if Richard is someone that I said is going, like, the cards that... Like, I don't remember. Okay, shapeshifter. Oh, I'm so sorry, shapeshifter. I do hope that everything works out for you, shapeshifter. I don't know if you've met somebody yet, but I hope that person comes along and allows you to know what love feels like, the way love is supposed to be experienced. Okay. Oh my God, that's, Kamal, that's not a yes or no question. Remember, we have to be specific with the questions. Okay, let's see. Anybody else? Jessica, were you able to hear your message? If you're still there. And Peter, do you want to rephrase your question? Shadow work takes time, just so you know, shapeshifter. It takes time. It's not overnight work, It's a process because when you meet somebody, sometimes and this is from my own experience, and I want to be realistic. I don't want you to meet somebody and then it doesn't go well because something the person did or said triggered you, So you have to understand that that shadow work takes time, and when we deal with people, who we are romantically connected with, or I don't know if you've been doing shadow work this whole time, not like since I've done the reading, you know, but because I don't know, but it's like it's like a working process, you know. Okay, perfect. Thank you for clarifying. Some people think, yes, I did shadow work in a weekend and now I'm ready for love. But thank you for clarifying. Yeah, it's a process, you know, and when you're ready to when you meet somebody, sometimes they will trigger certain things that test your shadow work and test your healing. So if they do something then that really like that you can see how it impacts you. Like if something that caused a lot of trauma to you and if you've healed from it, it may not bother you at all, or you may feel a little bit of pain, or it could open up the wound, or you know you'll feel something. So that's just from something that you should know, especially if you're now opening yourself up to meet somebody. um that it's going to be a process, and you're going to still be learning about yourself. You're also going to still be learning what triggers you still have and what triggers you need to work on healing. But that doesn't mean you can't be in a loving relationship, you know. It's just a matter of being in a relationship with the right person who will um that will be there for you when you're healing, but where you are also not projecting your whatever your triggers are and your reactions to it onto them. You know, you're able to have a conversation or and explain, you know, I don't really like this or that. You know, it's about open communication and not projection or anything like that. But thank you for letting me know. Okay, I read for you. Okay, Jessica. Okay, let's see. Okay, will things move forward between Richard and PJ? Will things move forward between PJ and Richard? Will things work out between Richard and PJ? Will things work out between Richard and PJ? It's looking like yes. I don't like, for some reason, like this card, I saw this earlier. I was answering another question, but I feel like there's certain things that, you know, because this is children here. Six of Cups is it's about nostalgia, the past, reminiscing. It could be someone that you've been with before, right? But there could be like certain things that you and him need to work out in the relationship, you know? I feel like you and him, you need to reconnect your inner child, you know, because remember, I heard this somewhere and it's so true. Our inner child is always with us, you know, even though we're adults, the things that we enjoy doing as children we still enjoy doing as adults, especially if we've never gotten a chance to do those things, then we're able to, you know, we still enjoy it. Like me, I love dancing. I'm just using myself as an example because I know myself best. I love dancing. I wasn't allowed to really dance, you know, so but as an adult, I got to dance. I got to do all the dancing I wanted to do because that's what made me happy. That's what made my inner child happy. So there may be something you and Richard can do to like maybe reconnect, and it could be reconnecting with your inner child, doing the things that you understanding each other too, because the stuff that happened in our past impacts our relationship. So that needs, there's certain things that may need to be healed that may have been caused during your childhood that's impacting your relationship, you know. So yeah, it's looking like it's a yes for you, PJ. It's just a matter of there's healing that needs to be done on both of your parts, you know. And if both of you are willing to put in the work and heal with each other, and also heal on your own, then things can work out. But it has to be both parties. It's not one-sided. It's both of you. Hi, I don't, Ita? Hi, Ita, how are you? Oh, you are? Okay, similar. That, I think that helps too, because then you have an understanding of each other. You're welcome, PJ. And thank you for coming back. I really I appreciate everybody coming and joining me on this live and allowing me to read for you. Hi, Stefania. Will Stefania get her promotion? It looks like a yes, but I don't know. Whatever work you're putting in, it's like you're like putting in the work. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a competition. But ultimately, yes, you are gonna get your promotion. You know. So with the Nine of Wands, that's indicating that you're someone who doesn't give up. You're resilient. So it's like all these different tests or challenges that you're facing, obstacles you're facing. It's like you're overcoming them. They've probably knocked you down, probably humbled you, but in the end, yeah, it looks like you're going to be getting your promotion. I hope that helps, Stefania. Okay, let's see. Did anybody ask a question? Okay, Kamal. Okay. All right, let me see how we could ask your question, Kamal. You're welcome, Stefania. Good luck. All right, let me see Kamal's question. Okay, so should Kamal... You know what, Kamal? That's a question you don't need the cards to tell you. If you and your boyfriend really love each other, you see a future with each other, then, and you want the same things, that you and him are aligned, regardless of his jealous brother, you do what you feel is right. If you're ready to get married now and he's ready to get married now, then get married now. If you're ready to get married now and he's not ready to get married now, then you have to wait, But that's a conversation you and your boyfriend should be having together, because the cards, they could give you a yes or no, but you will know what's the right thing for you and your boyfriend to do. Okay? So that's getting married, that's a decision between you and your boyfriend, not between you, me, and the cards. So if it's the right time, then you and your boyfriend will know if it's the right time. And if it's not, you'll know when the right time will be. Okay, I hope that helps. Hi, Vanilla, how are you? Okay, let's see. I'm good, thank you. Okay, Ita, will the person Ita's not talking to, will they be friends in the future? Will the person that Ita's not talking to will be friends in the future? It's looking like it's a no with this card, the Temperance card in reverse. And like I mentioned to somebody, with this in reverse, that means there's some sort of healing, some sort of imbalance in the situation. I don't know if there was some sort of disagreement, argument, fight. If that doesn't get resolved, then then you and the person you're talking to, you're referring to, won't be friends in the near future. So there needs to be a conversation. There needs to be, it looks like there needs to be a reconciliation, but since this card is in the reverse and is reading for the current energy, it's looking like a no for now. I hope that helps. So there needs to be some sort of balance, and I don't know if somebody needs to apologize, someone needs to bring balance. Somebody could be emotionally imbalanced at this time, which could be like someone's really sad, or someone's in their head, not feeling stable or ungrounded right now. But once that improves, it's a possibility. But right now, it's looking like a no. You're welcome, Ita. I hope that helps. So, is Dee Dee jealous of Vanilla's relationship? Let's see. Hi, Isha. How are you? It's looking like a yes, that Dee Dee is jealous of the relationship. Of your relationship. I don't know if she's gossiping or something. I don't know. I don't know if Dee Dee's your friend, but you know, like sometimes you can have people that are your friends, but they're your hater. So like a frenemy type of situation. So yeah, it's looking like that. It's looking like yes, she is jealous. Oh wow. Ugh. Okay, let's see Isha's question. Will Isha and her current love partner get married? Will Isha and her current love partner be married? Will Isha and her current love partner be married in the future? Will Isha and her current love partner be married in the future? It's looking like a yes. You got the death card, but it's a yes. It's looking like a yes for you. I know the death card seems scary, but there may have been something that needed to end or something that needs to end, something that needs to change in order for that to happen. But it's looking like a yes, or that there is something changing or something ending that is going to allow you and your partner to get married, your current love partner to get married. Okay, I hope that helps, Isha. Hi, Sania. How are you? For marriage and union. Okay. Will Sania, her person, reunite? Hi, Rashida. You have to ask her yes or no question. Sania, you have to pick one. So the question I think would work for this, because in order for there to be a marriage, there has to be a reunion, right? So I think we should ask. Oh, thank you so much, Ita. I hope everything works out for you. Okay, Sanya, we could ask, will Sanya and Saeed reunite this year? Okay. What do you think about that question, Sanya? Because in order for there to be marriage, there has to be a reunion. So will Sanya and Saeed reunite this year? Let me know if that question is good for you. Will Sanya and her person reunite this year? Will Sanya and her person reunite this year? Okay, all right. Will Sanya and her person reunite this year? Will Sanya and her person reunite this year? It's looking like a yes. It's looking like a yes for you, Sanya. You and your person will be reuniting this year. It could be, I see the number 8 here, and I like numbers. Thank you, Rakshi, for rephrasing your question. I don't know if it's during the summer that you and your person may reunite. Because the strength card is Leo season. So it could be Leo season or someone's a Leo. Someone could have Leo in their chart. But number 8 may be significant. So that could be August. That could be, it could be the 8th month of the year. It could be the 8th of a month that you may reunite. It could be August, or it could be 8 weeks. Oh, he is? Oh, thank you for confirming. So it's looking like a yes for you. My spirit guides, they know I'm very visual. So they answer with my cards. And it's hard for me to, like, when I'm with the cards, I do get messages from. Let me see. Let's see. So let's answer Rakshi. Okay, Rakshi's question. Will Rakshi meet her potential partner this year? I think sometimes they just want us to let me answer Rakshi's question. Yes, Rakshi, you'll be meeting this person this year, your potential partner this year. The Page of Swords came out, so they could be somebody that's younger than you. They could be an air sign energy. Or they could just be somebody that's really smart, really observant, someone who likes learning. But they could be someone that may be watching you right now too, because they said the Page of Swords is someone who watches, because they observe, they get information through observation. So this could be somebody that maybe has their eye on you already. They may be younger than you too. I hope that helps, Rakshi. But I feel like sometimes when we have to be very grounded and not be tied to, like, if we have a specific question in mind, but then we have a specific answer that we're hoping to get, that's where the blockage may be coming from. So it's about being open to the possibility of whatever they may give. If you have a fixed mindset, then whatever message they give you, it's probably going to go over your head, because it's probably not what you want to hear, you know? So I'm going to answer Suva's question. You're welcome, Sonia. Suva's question. Will Libby reunite with Suva? Will Libby reunite with Suva? It's looking like a no right now. Suva. It's looking like no, there won't be no reunion with him. It's interesting how he looks like he's falling, you know? Because the card is supposed to be like this, the Hanged Man. I don't know, like this card, it just really stands out to me, the way he looks. Oh, it's okay. I don't know if he's having, like, I don't know what he's doing, but the way this guy looks, he looks like he's happy. I don't know if the reason why it keeps coming out as no is because he's happy where he is. Like, if he's moved on, I don't know, because the way that person looks, they look happy. She contacted you yesterday? don't, it came out as no with the hangman in reverse. Suvra. I'm going to say this, just because somebody contacts you doesn't mean they want to get back together. Sometimes people, this is bad. I'm sorry I had to say this, and my right here is hurting me. But sometimes people do things because they want attention. So if there's going to be a reunion, see what she does, you know? Just watch and wait to see what she does. You know, you don't like that hangman, he's free. Don't trap yourself with one person in mind. You know? So maybe you need to free yourself from the idea about Suvra. About Lippy, I'm sorry. I'll get the names mixed up. But, oh wow, my phone is about to die. So I'm gonna have to be ending this reading soon. Because my battery is low right now. It's at 15%. Let's see how far we can go with 15%. Okay. Vanilla, you get to decide who you want to deal with. Don't waste a question on what you already know what you have to do. You already know if someone's jealous and they're not happy with you, they don't like seeing you happy, then why would you want to deal with them? Why? You have to stay away from people that may be giving off toxic vibes. That's why I'm not answering the question, because I'm like, it's your choice. You get to decide. Because you're not going to be like, oh, well, Artemis Oracle said not to deal with you anymore, you know? Artemis Oracle don't know who your cousin is. You do. And if you don't like being around her, if she makes you feel weird, uncomfortable, if she's draining, then you know, like, you know, you need to put up boundaries, you know? I'm only answering yes or no questions. Miriam. Yeah, definitely no. That's a game. That's a game, you know? No. Yeah, when people do that, no. Playing those games, not cool. I don't know why people do that. Treat somebody like shit, then, oh, because they want the attention. They like the attention. And the thing is, when they do that, they fuck with your self-esteem. And that's not cool. You don't do that to people. You know, just to make yourself feel better, you're going to make someone else feel like shit? No, that's wrong. Yeah, put up your boundaries, shapeshifter, to those types of energies. Put up your boundaries. And that could be your message too. Put up your boundaries, Vanilla. With the 7 of Wands. There's your answer. Put up boundaries. But you know where to put up the boundaries, you know? You already know where to put up the boundaries. Boundaries are important. Boundaries protect you. Protect your energy. Okay, let me see something. Excuse me. Let me see. Oh my gosh, Vanilla, I was doing a reading earlier. It was a general reading, and it was talking about blocking people. Like someone messaging you, wanting to get a reaction out of you. I think you should check out the reading if you have the time. I did a reading before I started the yes or no, and it was talking about that. So maybe that resonates with you. That might resonate with you. And you know what? That's sad too, because when someone acts like that, it's because something had to have happened to make them not feel loved. You're welcome, Vanilla. Yeah, there's something that happened in the past. Because if someone loves you and you don't know how to deal with it, it's like you put up this boundary. You could even put up a boundary and you may push it away, even though it's something that you may want, but you push it away. But the thing is, that's not your problem. That's not for you to heal. That's for her to heal. You know, the same way you have to do your own healing is the same way she needs to do her own healing, you know? And sometimes we need people like that because they remind us, you know, when you start to look at a situation and you're like, wow, I was treated like this, but then why am I allowing someone to treat me this way? Then you start to ask those questions. What is it about yourself that makes you feel like you deserve to be treated that way? You know? Okay. I'm thinking about doing another oracle reading right now. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Because I have a little bit of time left. Ooh, 717 here in New York. 717. Let me go into a different deck. Let me put this back. Does anybody else have questions? Some of you subscribed and you're just waiting for your turn. Okay, let's see. I'm so curious. I hope Alpha's okay. Because I did message him and he didn't get back to me. But that's okay. It's okay. Okay. I hope he's not doing anything bad. Okay, I think I got my answer. I got obligations. Other obligations. Let's see. I'm putting these cards away. So I'm going to go into the answer oracle to see what comes out. Have a great weekend too, Vanilla. Thank you for joining again. Okay, let's see what comes out for the collective. What messages does the collective need to know at this time? Messages the collective. What messages the collective need to know at this time for the highest and greatest good? Okay, manipulate. We have manipulate. Use arrangement strategy. Seek. Guidance, help, miracle. Oh, card flip. Secrets, codes, treasures, bribes, disguise. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. I don't know if some of you feel like you're being manipulated by somebody, but I feel like some of you may be needing, like if that's the case, if some of you feel like you're being manipulated by someone, that this is a time to start seeking some sort of answers, help, guidance, to reveal what secrets can be hidden. Like if someone's trying to present something or themselves as something else, so that may be something you have to do some research. Because we have process too. Yeah, process, journey, growth, path, experiences. I don't know if I showed you the secrets card, right? Secrets. And then sunset. We have decline, fade, aging. So something's ending. Something is ending. Something is declining. Fading. The jealousy, possessiveness, competitiveness, dependence, paranoia coming out. Jealousy. Because when I have manipulate and process, sometimes if you're doing something that it requires you to be, because manipulate can be a bad thing, like where someone is trying to control another person. Control another person. But it could also be you trying to change a situation. You're trying to find the right way to get something to work out in your favor, but it's a process. It's a matter of figuring out what the right recipe is, what the secret code is too. So I feel like there's something that someone may be working on where they need to do more research so they can figure out exactly what they need to do to get something to turn out in their favor, to see some sort of growth, or at least figure out which path that they should take. Especially if they feel like something is coming to the point where it's reaching an end. With the jealousy card, like maybe secrets. There may be someone who is secretly jealous of you that may be trying to manipulate a situation. They may be under the guise of trying to help you, trying to be some sort of someone trying to help you in some way. Or it could be you reaching out for help because you're not seeing any improvement with something. Something's starting to fade. Something's losing its light. It could be even you. You're losing your passion for something, but it's a matter of figuring out like what is the secret recipe, what it is. I mean, it could be jealousy, like you could be seeing other people do better, but then you could use that to your advantage, like turn your jealousy into power, like a fuel in a way. Like, okay, if you're jealous of something, they must have something that you want, and if you want that thing, then you have to figure out exactly what you need to get it, what changes, because manipulation has getting change in some way, right? Something froze. I don't know what happened, but it seems like there could be somebody that's jealous, or you may be feeling jealous about something. Jealousy could go both ways. We're all human. We feel jealous at one point or another. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a matter of how do you allow your jealousy to control you? Do you use it as a way to figure out, okay, I guess I'm jealous because somebody has something I want. What ways can I also receive that? And what ways can I do? What can I do to try to achieve those same things? But I feel like if somebody is jealous, because in the bottom it says terrific, like it's a positive thing. I feel like if something's fading, maybe some of you are this feeling of jealousy or envy may be fading within you, because it may be giving you the answer you need to solve whatever issue you may be facing, especially if it's something a situation where you feel like something's hidden, or you're trying to be strategic in what you're doing. This is so vague. This is the vaguest. This is so vague. Let me read your common shapeshifter. I would say don't put that pressure on somebody else, because people can help us heal, but it's not their responsibility, you know, because healing is a choice, you know. So I would say just make sure you don't put that responsibility on another person, because I was talking to somebody and they said something that kind of reminded me of what you said. And the thing is, you can't put that responsibility on another person, because that can ruin a relationship, you know. To have that expectation that being in a relationship is going to heal you, you first have to figure out if that person is the right person, because yes, they could be healing, but they could be healing where they trigger the fuck out of you, and it might not even be a good relationship. And I speak from my own experience where I was in something and it was not good for me, you know? And it forced me to have to make changes, forced me to see myself, my flaws, the shadow self, the parts of me that I didn't accept, you know? So, and I'm saying this just as advice, you know, do not put that pressure on someone else. That's our healing is our responsibility. But like I said, we can be people and they can trigger the hell out of us. And that's what helps us heal. But they may not even be the person for us, you know? A soulmate could be somebody that's meant to be with you for a short period of time because there's some lesson that you need to learn, or they're going to be in your life for the long haul, for a long time. So a soulmate has so many different meanings, you know? So that's why you have to be open-minded, but you also have to be, understand that you're still responsible for your own healing. You know, there's only so much another person can do, but ultimately it's your responsibility. Okay, let me see what comes out with this. Manipulate. Tell me about this reading, Spirit. Okay, Knight of Swords is taking quick, decisive action, knowing exactly what you want to do, what direction you want to go. But be careful not to rush into anything. Yeah, because there may be like whatever action you have to take, yeah, it has to come from a grounded place, a healed place, because the Temperance card came out in reverse. So it's like, make sure that whatever actions you're taking in this situation that I'm reading for, that I've read for, is done from a place of balance, not from unhealed energy. Shapeshifter, I feel like you're telling my story right now. Eight of Swords is, yeah, it's like not letting your mind get in your own way. Because what the Temperance is about, your mind being grounded, right? Being stable, but also being emotionally healthy, available. But if your mind and your heart are not in alignment, that's what's going to cause someone to be trapped in their own thoughts and feelings. I swear, sometimes some do. I feel like you're a guy, shapeshifter. Am I wrong? Are you a guy? Let me know, shapeshifter. Because if you are, I wonder if you're my friend. Temperance in reverse. Okay, see, yeah. Yeah, you remind me of my friend. Another guy, Alpha, he reminded me of my friend too. I bet that'll be so funny if you're my friend. And then I'm the soulmate catalyst. I'm the one that's supposed to help trigger you. It's a healing or trigger more healing or clarity or something. I was like, I'm not saying you're attracted to me, but you are attracted to my channel, so it's weird. You know, we're meant to help each other, you know? So hopefully I I'm helping you in some way or another. So it's like, yeah, whenever what you want to, if somebody's thoughts aren't in alignment with their feelings, then that can cause someone to be trapped in their own mind, in their thoughts. But this is a trap that we create for ourselves. Let me see. I know sometimes we could get in our own head because we feel like we have to protect ourselves, you know, defend ourselves, defend our stance. Protect what we love. But it's like, if that's not helping you, it's not serving you, it's time to release that, you know, essentially free yourself from the swords. And even look at things from a different perspective, you know, not, yeah, we learn from the past and things that we would not have learned if we had not gone through those experiences. But it's like going into this new phase, new cycle, better prepared, more balanced. But also, I don't want to say being reckless, but taking calculated risks, you know? I've got the Four of Swords with healing, taking rest for yourself, taking time to yourself, healing, resting, rejuvenation, meditation, possibly. It's gonna be in the. This is why people retract their message, because then people are gonna know now. So if you end up deleting your message, I completely understand. I completely understand. So what is on the other side of the Fool? What comes after the Fool? Swords. It's like no longer lying to yourself. Because some of the swords is usually, when you think about these cards, when it comes to you, a person personally, it's about no longer deceiving yourself, no longer self-sabotaging, no longer lying, deceiving. I don't know if I already said that. Being honest with yourself. Got the Four Cups. Also, hi, Starry Night. How are you? What? The Four Cups and the Hermit. Yeah, it's like taking a respite, taking time to yourself to reflect, introspect, reconnect with what your deepest desire is, your wish, and knowing what it is that you want, you know? Okay, my phone is about to die. I'm good, thank you, Starry Night. So it's like I feel like with the Four Swords that was at the bottom, it's about, I'm gonna have to end this reading because I don't want to get cut off and I want to be able to say goodbye to everybody. So it's about taking time to yourself, but while you're waiting for the right thing to come to you, just continue to go on your journey, your healing journey, be on your own, enjoy the time that you have to yourself, reconnect with yourself, whatever it is that you desire, and figuring out what exactly is the path you need to take. Remember, I was talking about secret recipe, processing, something ending, jealousy or anything, manipulation. We could also manipulate ourselves, gaslight ourselves, being strategic. And in order to do that, you have to take time to yourself to figure out exactly what it is without anybody trying to influence you in any way, you know? So I feel like that's what this reading is for now. I'm gonna have to end it. I'm so sorry. My phone is dying and I don't want to get cut off. So I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm going to have to let you go. I hope everybody has a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. I really appreciate you subscribing, joining in the live, participating, allowing me to read for you. And I'm hoping you have a wonderful weekend ahead. I won't be on tomorrow. Maybe I don't think I'm going to be on Sunday, and I'm traveling next week. So I'm not entirely sure what my schedule is going to be like. But I really appreciate you all, and I hope you all have the best weekend ahead. Take care. Bye.